Hi everyone, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhoundial. What are 135 lives worth in our country? India is waiting to find out. It was on Sunday night that a suspension bridge in Morbi collapsed with 500 people on it. Men, women, children, all betrayed by the very people meant to protect them. By now, we all have a list of oversights and mistakes and questions. Why was a clockmaker renovating the bridge? How did it open months ahead of schedule? And why was it carrying 350 people over its capacity? These questions need to be asked. But there are more critical questions that are at hand today. That is what we are asking on Urban Debate this evening. We have seen the grief, we have seen the VIP visits, we have heard the condolences messages. Now, let's move beyond the platitudes and fix accountability. Because this was not an act of God, ladies and gentlemen. This was plain and simple murder. And surely none of you believe that a security guard or a ticket collector or a local director of a company is responsible for what happened in Morbi. Yes, they have been named in the FIR, but don't for a minute think that they are the real culprits. The real culprits right now are hiding behind the powers that shield them. They need to be exposed because human life cannot be this cheap. Before we head to Gujarat though, a quick look at the big headlines we are tracking this hour. 2 days after the bridge collapse that killed 135, the Prime Minister lands in Morbi, meets the injured, visits the accident site. The Supreme Court will hear a plea seeking a judicial probe into the matter on November 14th. A full-blown political war of words continues over Morbi. AAP says the bridge collapsed because of massive corruption. The Congress's Digvijay Singh wants the Gujarat CM to resign. Baiju CEO pens an emotional farewell note for employees after the EdTech giant plans to fire 2,500 employees to achieve profitability by the end of 2022. Says, what you see as layoffs, I see as time off. Jailed conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar drops a bombshell, writes to the Delhi Lieutenant Governor, claiming he paid 10 crore rupees as protection money to jailed Aam Aadmi Party Minister Satyendra Jain and 50 crore rupees to the party itself to give him a political position in the south. Can the conman though be taken at face value? Parts of Chennai waterlogged after record rains. The city witnesses its third highest single-day rainfall in 72 years. No relief predicted till Friday. Flight tickets set to get more expensive. Jet fuel prices hiked by 4.2% after a 4.5% cut last month. Commercial LPG cylinder prices, though, have been slashed by 115.5 rupees. And the political pollution in Delhi continues as AQI levels head to the severe category after front page newspaper reports that the AAP government is lax on dust control with no construction bans on major government projects. AAP tries to shift the blame. Environment Minister Gopal Rai lands up at a BJP office and imposes a fine of 5 lakh rupees on the contractor. And after receiving a threat letter from the Lawrence Bishnoi gang, Bollywood superstar Salman Khan will now get Y+ security. "48 hours on, the murderers of Morbi are still at large." Prime Minister Narendra Modi today visited Morbi. He met rescue workers, visited a local hospital and consoled family members of the victims. One of India's worst man-made tragedies has taken place in his home state. The Prime Minister was right to go. The question is, what happens next? What happens from here on? No, the compensations don't count. No, the 9 arrests don't count either. No, the platitudes don't count. They never did. And no, the politics does not count either. We don't care if there is an election or not in Gujarat. We need to know if accountability will be fixed. And who exactly will fix this accountability? The police? Arresting small fry does not count. Why haven't Oreva's chairperson, Jaisukh Patel, not been named in the FIR? Who will fix accountability? The Morbi municipality, the agency that was sleeping as Oreva threw open the bridge without a fitness certificate? Who will fix accountability? The politicians who probably benefited from the contract to repair and maintain the bridge going to a company that makes clocks and has no experience in construction. Ladies and gentlemen, there was no tendering process either. Uncomfortable questions that were asked to the powers that be. They need to be asked, and they were asked today. Take a look at how Morbi's municipal commissioner has responded to those questions.
जवाब दे दें जी। दे दिया जवाब। सर परमिशन कैसे दे दिया था बिना एनओसी के? सर जरा से आप जवाब दे दे तो मैं आपके पीछे पीछे नहीं भागूंगा। नहीं प्लीज, जनता जानना चाहती है, मेरा कोई अपना पर्सनल इसमें इशू नहीं है। संदीप जी अभी नहीं, बाद में करेंगे। संदीप सर बहुत सर जनता जानना चाहती है। संदीप सर क्या आपका रिस्पॉन्स था?
नो कमेंट्स राइट नाउ, नो कमेंट्स।
सर वाज द परमिशन गिवन सर?
नो कमेंट्स राइट नाउ।
सर वाज द एनओसी गिवन सर?
नो कमेंट्स राइट नाउ।
Sir, but this is very important, sir. 134 people have lost. The questions are being raised on you, sir.
Right now, no comment.
They heard Sandeep Zala, the chief officer of the department, who has been confronted by us, has totally been denying and neither saying anything regarding this particular mishap and why the permission was given to this particular company. Priyank Tripathi for Times Network.
A, you were caught sleeping on the job. B, when questions are asked of you, all you can say is no comments. Why has action not been taken against this man? Why has he still not been sacked? That's a question. Why is his name not in the FIR? How is it possible for a bridge without a fitness certificate to be opened right under his nose without him knowing? What were they doing? That question was asked. The answer, no comments. The bridge collapsed on 30th of October, but on 26th of October, 4 days before the bridge collapsed, Oreva's MD Jaisukh Bhai Patel addressed a press conference. This is when the bridge was being re-inaugurated. 26th happens to be Gujarati New Year. He assured everyone, and you'll see that press conference, that the bridge would not need any repair work for the next 8 to 10 years. Listen in.
અત્યારે યાદ નથી, પણ એ મુજબ દર વર્ષે ₹1 કે ₹2 હિસાબે ભાવ વધારો કરી અને 7 વર્ષ માટેનું એક અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ એગ્રીમેન્ટ કરવામાં આવેલ છે અને એ આ ઓપરેશન અને મેન્ટેનન્સ અને લાઇટિંગ, કારણ કે આની અંદર રાતના સમયમાં બી એ ટાઈપનું લાઇટિંગનું બધું કામ અમે લોકોએ અમદાવાદની એક કંપનીને આપેલું છે, જે ધીરે ધીરે ચાલુ કરવામાં આવશે.
સમય શું રહેશે આજે ઝૂલતા પુલ આવવા માટે? આ ઉપરાંત જે અત્યારે જે રિનોવેશન કર્યું છે એ કેટલા વર્ષ સુધી ટકી શકે એમ છે?
આ જે રિનોવેશન કરેલું છે એ અમારી દ્રષ્ટિએ જે રીતે અમે ટેકનિકલ સ્પેસિફિકેશન અને જે બધું છે એના મુજબ 8 થી 10 વર્ષ સુધી આ બ્રિજને કંઈ નહીં થઈ શકે, એટલે એ કોઈ પહેલું નથી. સાંજના 6 સાડા 6 વાગ્યા સુધી ઓપન કરીએ છીએ, પણ જે રીતે ઘણા બધા લોકોનું કહેવાનું એવું થયું કે લોકો જમીને ડિનર આપ્યા પછી બી.
Where is Mr. Patel? Why is his name not in the FIR? Why has he still not been arrested? How does it help to arrest a security guard or a ticket seller or some low-level director? Now, of course, the politicians don't want to be left behind. After all, there's an election in Gujarat. So there have been a string of reactions that have come in from the politicians as well. Take a look.
उसको बिना टेंडर किए पुल रख रखाव का, मतलब मेंटेनेंस कह रहे हैं या रिपेयर कह रहे हैं, रिपेयर का ठेका क्यों दिया गया? दूसरा प्रश्न ये उठता है कि उसे किसी तरह का कभी एक्सपीरियंस नहीं था पुल रख रखाव का या पुल बनाने का. बिना टेंडर के उन लोगों को क्यों दिया गया? इसका मतलब उनके किसी ना किसी के साथ रिश्ते हैं.
मुझे लगता है बहुत अफसोस की बात है कि जो सेंसिटिव इश्यूज़ हैं उस पर इस तरह के असंवेदनशील बयान, इस तरह की बकवास बहादुरी कतई ठीक नहीं है.
Like we said, those responsible are not small-time officials. We need to see accountability right at the top. But that's the thing about politicians. When it comes to consolidating power, they love being on top of the pyramid. But when it comes to taking the blame, it's always about the guys at the bottom. Now listen in to what a former Deputy Chief Minister of Gujarat is saying. He's saying, well, accountability needs to be fixed, but it's not with the political class, it's actually with the Morbi municipality. Listen in.
मोरबी की जनता को, टूरिस्ट को, सबको आने जाने की व्यवस्था हो, एक घूमने का स्थल हो, इस प्रकार के सोच से मेरे हिसाब से मोरबी नगर पालिका ने ये ब्रिज रिनोवेट करके फिर उसका मेंटेनेंस और ऑपरेशन करने की जिम्मेदारी एक प्राइवेट कंपनी को दी। और मुझे जो हकीकत मालूम है, इस हिसाब से 2 करोड़ रुपए का खर्चा इस कंपनी ने इस पुल को रिनोवेट करने के लिए किया और दिवाली के दिन उसकी शुरुआत कर दी लोगों के घूमने की। तो उसमें गुजरात सरकार किसी भी तरह इन्वॉल्व नहीं है।
So the politicians have given themselves a clean sheet. The municipal officials are not answering questions, and top bosses at Oreva are flying below the radar. No one knows where they are. They are incommunicado. Let me go to our guest this evening. Satyen Kulbarkar is the Gujarat BJP spokesperson. He's joining us on the broadcast. Swati Malik is a Congress spokesperson. Parvinder Singh Sethi is a political analyst, but he's speaking on behalf of the Aam Aadmi Party. And Krishna Mitru is a consultant disaster management and environment as well. I'm going to come to Satyenji first. Satyenji, thank you very much for your time here on Mirror Now. Please help me understand how accountability is going to be fixed in Gujarat and justice given to 135 people who have lost their lives. Because politicians are saying, hum logo ki galti kahan hai? Municipality is saying, why are you asking us? We didn't even know that the bridge had opened. And where is the Oreva top bosses? Not even named in the FIR, missing in action.
First of all, my deepest condolences to the family who have lost their dear and near ones. My prayers to God for speedy recovery for all those people who are injured. And there are a lot of questions that we must know that yes, there are a lot of questions. There was a flaw. There was things which were not as per the required state, and that has resulted into 140 plus deaths in the city, in the state of Gujarat. The entire Gujarat people, even the country, is in a lot of pain and agony. There is no second thought forward. All the questions has to be answered, and the accountability and the answer has to come from the state itself. The reason being is the way the questions can be so many. We can really discuss this question on a very long listed way. Okay, how was this contract given? Why these people were allowed to start up the bridge without any concern? Yes, there will be so many questions. But at this point of time, the priority lies that all those people who are injured get a proper medical care. Those who are still missing, they are found in the most precise way. And that's one reason why NDFR, SDFR teams are leading from the front, working 24/7. Honorable Prime Minister has
It's been
also
48
visited the
hours.
place. Yes, it has been 48 hours.
Satyenji, if yes, I know the Honorable Prime Minister has visited the state. We have seen him chair that meeting. And if you had said this to me on 48 hours ago, or even 24 hours ago, I would have taken your argument. I don't take it now. The missing, yes, search operations continue, but we know that now no one will be found alive. We know that the death toll is around 140.
Shreya, what you are
right?
trying to say. And
now is the time when accountability needs to be fixed, sir.
I definitely
now
agree
is
to
when
what
accountability needs to be fixed, and I need to ask from you, since you are the spokesperson of the BJP in Gujarat, I want to ask from you, first of all, where is the Oreva MD right now? He was there on the 26th, telling us how great the bridge is and how it will last for the next 10 years without any maintenance. Where is he? Sir, I'm asking you why the Oreva MD has not been named in the FIR. I want to know why the municipal... Okay, we'll try and fix your audio. Okay, we'll try and fix your audio. Can I just ask my production team to fix Mr. Satyen's audio, because he's the one who needs to answer some tough questions and his party needs to answer some tough questions as well. Parvinder Singh ji, आप आम आदमी के behalf पे बात कर रहे हैं. आज अरविंद केजरीवाल बोल रहे हैं, this bridge collapsed because of corruption. This bridge collapsed not because there was any error. This bridge collapsed because there was corruption. What exactly does he mean?
नहीं, मैं कल भी मेरी यही बात हुई थी, तो मैंने भी आपसे यही बात कही थी कि दिस इज द क्लियर कट केस ऑफ नेग्लिजेंस एंड करप्शन। ये करप्शन का नतीजा है कि एक कंपनी जिसको ब्रिज बनाने का कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, जिसका कोई टेंडर कॉल नहीं किया जाता, उनको रेनोवेशन के लिए दे दिया जाता है। वो जो लोग बीजेपी के नज़दीक हैं, नेताओं के नज़दीक हैं, और वो यहाँ पे एक ह्यूमन लाइफ की क्या वैल्यू है, 17 रुपये। अब उसकी आई वॉश करने के लिए उन लोगों के ऊपर एफआईआर दर्ज की जाती है, उन लोगों को अरेस्ट किया जाता है जिनका कोई मतलब ही नहीं है, चाहे सिक्योरिटी गार्ड है, चाहे टिकट बेचने वाला है, चाहे वहां पे दूसरे छोटे मैनेजर हैं, उन वो तो बेचारे नौकरी कर रहे हैं, जैसे उनको हुक्म मिलेगा वो कर रहे हैं। लेकिन जो बड़ी मछलियां हैं, जो ओरेवा कंपनी के मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर हैं, एमसीडी कमिश्नर हैं, वहां के जो बाकी जो लोग हैं, जो वहां के सीएम हैं, उनकी भी जिम्मेवारी बनती है कि एक जगह के ऊपर अगर 100 लोगों की कैपेसिटी है, वहां पे 400 लोग कैसे पहुंच जाते हैं। इसके अंदर बड़ी मिली भगत है, करप्शन है, और इस तरह की घटनाएं, दुर्घटनाएं हमारे देश में अलग अलग जगह पे समय समय पर होती हैं। इसके ऊपर मैं कल भी कह रहा था कि देश की सरकार को और स्टेट की सरकार को एक ऐसा मैकेनिज्म, एक ऐसा सिस्टम बनाना चाहिए जहां पे करप्शन को के ऊपर लगाम लगनी चाहिए। एक व्यक्ति की, ह्यूमन लाइफ की इस देश के अंदर कोई वैल्यू नहीं है क्या? अगर आज आप इनके ऊपर एक्शन नहीं लेते, इनके ऊपर सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई नहीं होती और टाइम बाउंड कार्रवाई नहीं होती, तो ये कानून का मजाक है, पहली बात। दूसरी बात, जिन लोगों की जानें गई हैं, जो बच्चों की जानें गई हैं, उनको, उनकी जान को तो कोई वापस नहीं ला सकता, ये इतना बड़ा दुख है, लेकिन उनके परिवार को एक उचित मुआवजा देना भी सरकार की जिम्मेवारी बनती है, और ये भी होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये कोई भी मुआवजा
तो
किसी की जिंदगी को
मुआवजा तो दे दिया,
लेकिन जिसका
मुआवजा, exactly, the muavza has been given, the compensation has been given before even any arrest is made. Muavza is given, as if to say that keep this money and keep quiet, don't ask questions. दे तो दिया आपको compensation, दे तो दिया मुआवजा, but now you have no right to ask any questions. That is the attitude, unfortunately, of all governments. मुआवजा दे दो.
आपकी
compensation never gives you closure, it never gives you justice.
देखिए, मुआवजा दिए,
it probably just buys silence. Krishan Mitru, please help me understand and help my viewers understand. Sir, मैं समझ रही हूँ आप क्या बोल रहे हैं. Give me a minute. Krishan Mitru, just come in here and help my viewers understand why what we have seen in the last 24 hours is an eyewash and nothing else by the Gujarat government. First, the police holds a press conference. They pat themselves on the back. They say, look what a great job we have done. We reached the spot on time. Our response time was so great. We did everything we could. And we have arrested 9 people. How is the arrest of these small fish going to make any difference?
Yeah.
The municipal commissioner not named in the FIR. Oreva's MD not named in the FIR. No one even knows where he is. He's incommunicado. Help me understand right now, help my viewers understand right now, who, according to you, in your experience with things like this, are the real culprits?
Thank you for giving me a chance. You see, I have also been observing since yesterday, and not yesterday, since day before yesterday. The point is, it comes to my notice just now when I was listening to the Deputy Chief Minister of Gujarat State. He has fairly and squarely absorbed himself and the Chief Minister of any responsibility. I want to know something. Giving an example of Delhi, municipality always blames a Kejriwal government that this government is not giving us enough funds and therefore we cannot work. Now, do I understand correctly that the state government gives funding to the municipal corporations for doing their job? Just a second, please. Let me switch off my phone. The state governments, just a second, please. Sorry for the interruption. The state governments give money to the municipalities to run the district. Now, whoever is the paymaster is the person responsible. Through the paymaster, the district municipal authorities are fairly squarely responsible. District authorities have got the work done from a contractor, whether qualified or not qualified, got the work done from a contractor, and he is also missing, as very rightly said. Now, the police goes and files.
Correct. Not only is Oreva missing, you're telling you, the company to which the job of repairing it was subcontracted, even those people are missing, not named in the FIR.
They're missing. Everybody, the top brass of every organization would be missing right now. Now, then on top of that, the complicence of the police department, they have filed a very haphazard FIR. Okay, now, in my sincere opinion, number one, the Prime Minister should take the responsibility and order an SIT or have the investigation ordered by an outside agency, not from the state agency. Number two, whosoever is funding and whosoever is in the chain of command is to be held responsible. Well, we leave it still to the team of investigators to decide on that. Here again,
the Chief Minister of the state, Bhupendra Patel, the Chief Minister of the state, Bhupendra Patel, it just strikes me, has not said anything on the matter. Maybe some platitudes, but nothing beyond that. He has been deathly silent. I would want to hear from the Chief Minister. I would want to hear from him that whoever is responsible will be punished. Swati, Malik, why are we not hearing from the Chief Minister? You're from the Congress party. Some of your leaders have asked for Mr. Patel's being sacked. 1 minute, sir. Some of your leaders have asked for Mr. Patel to be sacked. We've not even heard from Gujarat's Chief Minister.
Shocking,
there is so much to hide that you just keep quiet.
They will not.
That is so true. That's exactly what's happening here. And what we are asking for is accountability and some empathy. And both are missing. Accountability, there is no statement by the CM, like you said yourself. Empathy, look at what are they doing? Just because the Prime Minister was visiting, who hospital book paint kar rahe hain, they're distracting, they're busy, they're just doing all these antics, beautifying the hospital just so that the optics look good. The Prime Minister's photograph should look good. Look at their priorities. The Health Minister is celebrating his birthdays with patakas and rockets after this tragedies happened. This is the kind of empathy this government has. And I don't want to politicize it, but I just want to remind your viewers, Shreya, of what had happened in Bengal. At the time of election, when Bengal में जब ये पुल गिरा था, तो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री ने बहुत अच्छा भाषण दिया था. बहुत जोर से बोल के कुछ बोला गया था, which I don't want to repeat on your channel. But today there is nothing from him. Why can he not just say, this is the Gujarat model that they're trying to sell to the entire country? Is this what they're going to do throughout the country? And not only what has happened, not only the murders that have happened, but the lack of accountability, the lack of empathy, the few questions that they have to answer. I don't want to, like Mr. Rahul Gandhi said, we will not politicize it, we will not make it about elections. But yes, there are few questions, Shreya, which the government has to answer. The authorities say that the pull was opened, the bridge was opened without completion certificate or sanction certificate from them. But वो pull 26th October को खुला था. 4 days prior to this happened, these murders happened, I would say, not incident or accident. 4 days the authorities did not know that it's been reopened. When there was a press conference, right? What did the authorities do about it? Did they then go for a check? No, nothing. They were nicely quiet about it. So who has to answer that? The government has to answer that, and not pass on the buck, not just keep blaming each other, and to have this 5-member investigation commission, whatever eyewash that they've started. If they meant it, they would have had an independent probe. They would have gotten independent agencies involved in this. That please investigate, find the real culprits, and put them in jail. We don't want their 4 lakhs. We don't want their 2 lakhs. Be it the CM or the PM. People, those who have died, those who've lost their loved ones, They want a closure, in your words, Shreya, and that closure will only come when the accused, when the guilty and responsible ones are put behind bars. That is what the Congress party is asking for. Please
Satyenji,
say something on accountability.
It's audible.
Satyenji, please help me understand. Please help me understand why the Gujarat government is allergic to a judicial probe. Someone had to actually go and file a PIL in the Supreme Court to say, let there be a judicial probe. Otherwise, we will never know who the real culprits are. The real culprits will be sitting in Maldives or some tax haven, having a good time, having escaped. And it is these poor security guards and ticket collectors who will be spending the rest of their lives in jail. We all understand how systems work, sir. Janta ko sab pata hai. Please help me understand why your government is allergic to a judicial probe in this matter. Because all of us know, I mean, you know, it's very evident to everyone who's watching this tragedy unfold about how the Gujarat government is not answering questions it needs to answer, not putting people's names in FIRs who need to be in those FIRs, not arresting people who need to be arrested. And don't say ये सब तो काम investigation के दौरान होगा या इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बाद होगा. इन्वेस्टिगेशन से पहले ही आपने छोटे मोटे लोगों को डाल दिया जेल में सबको खुश करने के लिए, लेकिन सब जानते हैं क्या हो रहा है.
Shreya, I would require 2 or 3 minutes because my audio was disconnected, so I would like to really answer all your queries. First thing, that the country is in a state of agony and pain. That we must understand. There is a process of taking all the patients, giving them proper medical care, proper treatment to all of them, and also to locate those who are not found since 48 hours, which is a major matter of concern. Yes, that there are a lot of questions. As I told you in the beginning of the statement, yes, there are a lot of questions. And the prop that SIT is going to do will be time-bound, and that I'm promising you on this national channel. The reason being this will be a time-bound stuff is because the country always wants to know that what exactly has gone, where 140 people have lost their life. We are also very concerned
Satyenji,
about.
please help me understand. Please help me understand under who this SIT will be formed. Please answer my question. Under whom will this SIT be formed? Under the Gujarat police, right?
There will be 5 officials in the SIT. There will be a strong answer to all the questions because
all from Gujarat.
Even of
all from Gujarat
officers.
All from Gujarat government.
Yes. The trust you will have to. Trust
and all from Gujarat government.
Honorable Prime Minister has also said in the meeting we conducted in the evening.
If you had to generate trust, Satyenji, if the BJP in Gujarat wanted to generate trust, it would have named the municipal commissioner in the FIR and the MD of Oreva in the FIR.
Simultaneously,
you have inspired no trust in the last 48 hours.
You just give me 2 minutes to talk. I'll just make you understand what we are doing. This is very critical for everybody to understand. One side, we are ensuring that the people who are in hospitals get proper treatment. All the things required for them is to be provided. Another second step that we are doing is the teams of NDFR, SDFR with the deep diving teams from various coastal guards are locating those who are not seen. This is the third thing that we are doing. The fourth and the most critical thing, your question, which is very critical, very important. We will not deny a single question. We will not really ditch any of the questions. Your questions are valid. Every question because Honorable Prime Minister also said in the evening meeting that not a single person can influence the entire prop. We will make milk from water and water from milk in the immediate ground. This is a time-bound investigation. And yes, if required, we will rope in an independent agency like judge or anybody who comes in this purview for to investigate this, because there are questions. The flaw has happened.
Okay.
We agree to this. If that was not the case, 140 people from our own family wouldn't have left us.
Fix accountability. Fix the accountability.
We will shortly fix accountability.
Point is, the Gujarat government has inspired zero trust. Because when it comes to fixing accountability, you're fixing accountability on small fries like security. Security guard की क्या गलती है? होगी गलती. Is security guard the person who opened the bridge for the public? Is the ticket collector the one who is responsible for opening the bridge or selling 500 tickets when he should have sold 125 tickets? He got orders from somewhere.
You are talking of zero
आप
trust.
देखिए तो ना FIR किसके खिलाफ की गई है, देखिए तो.
जीरो ट्रस्ट की बात कर रहे हो, मैं जीरो टॉलरेंस की बात कर रहा हूँ. हमारा 0% टॉलरेंस इस केस में रहेगा. आप इतना और एक एश्योरेंस मैं आपको देना चाहता हूँ आपके ही माध्यम से, that not only once the SIT report comes, it will not be just the agency or some vendor or some operating person. If required, if there is any bureaucrat involved, if even there is any politician involved. If the SIT report says that, we will take it to task. You can take me on debate probably once this report is closed.
ठीक है, परविंदर सिंह सेठी जरा जवाब दीजिए. बीजेपी के स्पोक्स पर्सन बोल रहे हैं यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट जीरो ट्रस्ट, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट जीरो टॉलरेंस टू व्हाट हैज हैपेंड, एंड बट दिस इज नॉट द राइट टाइम टू टॉक अबाउट इट.
नहीं,
वो सारे क्वेश्चंस बाद में पूछिए, अभी हमें हमारा काम करने दीजिए.
बात किसी राजनीति की नहीं है. हाँ, नहीं, आप हर क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा आपसे, लेकिन मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि किसी को न्याय देने के लिए किसी पॉलिटिशियन की, किसी सीएम की, किसी प्राइम मिनिस्टर की आवश्यकता नहीं होनी चाहिए. हमारी न्यायपालिका इतनी मजबूत होनी चाहिए, हमारी पुलिस इतनी मजबूत होनी चाहिए और इंडिपेंडेंट होनी चाहिए संवैधानिक संस्थाएं. मैं आपको बताता हूं, आज 1 नवंबर है. आज 38 साल हो गए जो सिख जेनोसाइड हुआ, हजारों सिखों का कत्लेआम हुआ. आज तक जगदीश टाइटर नहीं पकड़े गए, आज तक HKL भगत नहीं पकड़े गए. ये दुखांत है इस देश का. प्लीज, आप सत्ता में हैं और आप अपनी जिम्मेवारी को समझिए. इतना बड़ा जो जेनोसाइड की तरह ही लोगों को मारा गया, दे वर किल्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. और इसके ऊपर पुलिस के ऊपर भी FIR दर्ज होनी चाहिए. क्या पुलिस की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है? जहां 100 लोग अलाउड हैं वहां 500 लोगों को एंट्री कैसे दी जाती है? वहां की पुलिस के लिए, वहां की म्युनिसिपल काउंसिल के लिए, वहां के सीएम के लिए हर व्यक्ति की जो जिम्मेवारी है वो तय करनी चाहिए और उनको उसकी बनती सजा देनी चाहिए. ये बातों से बात नहीं बनेंगी. ये 150 लोगों की जाने गई हैं, जिनके परिवार का सदस्य गया, वही बता सकते हैं कि उनका कितना बड़ा लॉस है. और ये देश के लिए नहीं, पूरे संसार के अंदर हमारी जुडिशरी सिस्टम को, हमारे लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को पूरी दुनिया देख रही है. कृपया इसको आप सही करिए और इमीडिएटली जो बड़े मगरमच्छ है उनको अरेस्ट करिए. इमीडिएटली उनको अरेस्ट करिए, जैसे आपने सिक्योरिटी गार्ड को अरेस्ट कर लिया, टिकट चेकर को अरेस्ट कर लिया, मैनेजर को अरेस्ट कर लिया. आप बड़ी मछलियों को अरेस्ट कीजिए. आपको बहुत सारी चीजें खुलकर सामने आएंगी और बहुत सारे सबूत मिलेंगे और उनको उनकी जमानत नहीं होनी चाहिए. इस चीज की आपको चिंता करनी चाहिए कि बातों से बातें नहीं बनेगी. मैं समझता हूं आप प्रवक्ता हैं, आपकी जो सरकार है वो बड़े बड़े लोग इसके अंदर इन्वॉल्व हैं, लेकिन पूरा देश सुन रहा है कि न्याय मिलना चाहिए.
मुझे एक बात समझ नहीं आ रही है सत्येन जी, हाउ कैन अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बी गिवन विदाउट अ टेंडरिंग प्रोसेस? Not that tendering processes in this country are very clean, but imagine a project that is given without a tendering process. Excellent. I mean, I've never heard of it before. Points to the fact that pockets have been lined, that someone's palms have been greased. And obviously, it's the politicians' palms that have been greased. Is that why there is this massive silence from the political class in Gujarat from the BJP? That is a question that will be asked. Swati, Malik, I'm going to ask you a question, and I now want you to wear your lawyer's hat, since you're a practicing lawyer, and answer this for me. The Gujarat High Court has not said anything on this. The Supreme Court has not said anything on this. Although the matter is in the Supreme Court now, they'll hear it on 14th. Can the Gujarat High Court / the Supreme Court not take suo motu cognizance of what has happened? I ask you this question in context of the fact that this is the worst man-made tragedy this country has seen since 2005. In 2005 in Satara, there were, I think, some 180 people who were killed. After that, this has been the worst.
Shreya, the Gujarat High Court as well as the Supreme Court can take suo motu cognizance of this. It is not unheard of, and rather this is a fit case. This is a fit case for Supreme Court of India as well as Gujarat High Court to take cognizance and try and bring justice to those people who have died. Try and give a closure to the families of those who have died. And most importantly, try and get the investigation done in a fair manner. So yes, Supreme Court as well as the Gujarat High Court can, and it is within, of course, it is within their powers to take suo motu cognizance and order investigation. But Shreya, what is there's one more factor which is really bothering me. Well, just one last point I want to make. The government has nicely said that they were not aware, etc., which I already said earlier. But here, this bridge was closed for 8 months, right? Was there no status update being taken by the government? From this private contractor, this company, was there no status update? Was nothing being followed up? So how does the government just try and wriggle out of this responsibility and put the entire blame on this private company?
True. Responsibility has to be shared. As I said, 3 institutions/individuals need to share that responsibility and need to be named and shamed. First of all, the municipal commissioner, under whose watch this has happened. Of course, the Oreva's, the chairperson of the company. Where is he? Why is he missing? He's been incommunicado. And the political class. There has to be a reason why the MD is still missing and why he has still not been arrested. There has to be a reason why the municipal commissioner can just walk away without answering any questions, feeling completely protected in what he does. There are questions which are disturbing questions, that are uncomfortable questions, because these questions will need to be asked and answers will need to be demanded. Because as we have seen in the last 48 hours, no politician in Gujarat is forthcoming with any of the answers that we are demanding of them. But you need to be persistent. The citizen of this country needs to be persistent to ask their political class the right questions, pointed questions, so that you get answers. And more importantly, people who have lost their loved ones, 135 of them, 140 of them, the numbers vary, that their families get some sense of justice, some sense of closure. Otherwise, this political tutu-mame can take place for the next 100 years and we will still not know who were the real people responsible for what has happened. Because as I said, this is not an act of God. This is a man-made tragedy that was waiting to happen. We leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us, all of you. Satyenji, thank you very much for taking all the questions. Swati, thank you very much. Mr. Mitru, thank you very much. And Parminderji, thank you very much for being with us as well.